sure.
So quick question. Now that you're the big dog on campus, right? Are there any players that are no longer playing on the Tar Heels that you kind of lean towards or ask for advice now that you're the big dog on campus?
Definitely. More so when I see these guys in person, I take it as a huge opportunity just to, steal from them. Obviously I'll go to my big brothers. I see as Armando, RJ, them two for sure. I mean, I've been under their wings for the last 4 years now. So just to be able to steal as much as I can from them has been a huge blessing.
Good luck this season.
Appreciate that. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Seth, how have you seen James Brown look, I guess, with 25 pounds less than him?
Yeah, I mean, you see JB. He looks good. He looks really strong. He's moving really well. He's on the blue-white game. He's being really aggressive, getting to the free throw line and playing his game. That's all I need from JB. I need JB just to, continue to be him. He knows I'm going to continue to get on him. I'm going to continue to push him. But he's been making huge strides this summer, so I'm excited for him.
After last year, does it feel like you guys have something to prove coming into this season?
I think a team that always feels like they have something to prove can go a long way. So, I mean, without a doubt, I know I got something to prove to myself, to this university. I know, the team should feel that way. I mean, after the performance that we put on last year. So, I mean, yeah.
What is it that you want to prove?
Huh?
What do you want to prove?
That we can be that team. That we can be that team at the end of the day. Everybody and their individual goals will get taken care of.
With RJ and Cadeau no longer there, what did you learn from those two guys that kind of gives you some even more confidence to lead this team now moving forward?
Just just how to be a floor general. The way Ellie and RJ, the way they control the game. Ellie was really good at that with his pace of play, with his decision making and passing, and RJ was really good about that. Just how he was able to take over the game and kind of get what he wanted, whatever he wanted. So, in different ways, learning the same objective.
On the court, how is Zayden different than he was a year and a half ago? What's changed about his game on the court?
He's a much more elite shooter now. The way he's able to space the floor for us and the way he will be able to space the floor for us this year would be huge. He fouled a lot in the little time that he played a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. But I think that would be a lot different now this year. He's a much more controlled defender, a lot more patient on the offensive and defensive end. And I think you'll see a new Zayden this year.
Is he one of the guys that you think is going to shock people, or is there somebody else that people aren't talking about who you think?
Absolutely. I mean, if you're speaking on, I think Zayden will absolutely shock people. Zayden's been incredible for us all summer long, and he's going to be a key piece for us, I think. And then give you another one. I think Derek would be really good. Derek Dixon would be really good. And I think he's going to be one of those guys just in the next few years just to continue to grow and become an incredible basketball player.
Seth, we were talking to Jonathan Powell the other day. He mentioned like the open gyms, I guess maybe back in the summer, as being chippy.
Mm-hmm.
We was talking about you guys coming together from all different places and stuff. And he said, the open gyms got a little chippy. Like, is that true?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I won't speak on the specific experience.
You can if you want to.
Nah, I won't do it.
Okay.
I won't do it. But things got chippy over the summer. Things got chippy, but it was all in competitive nature because we want to win. Teams want to win. We want to compete. And everybody has that competitive spirit. So everybody's willing to do what they need to do to go ahead and get that win. Simple as that.
Backing off of that, how does that help you guys as a team? Does that make you edgier?
Absolutely. And it allows us just to gel, to bond, and just to have more respect for each other. The way these guys compete, from what I've seen this summer, I have so much respect for them. But now it's just time to go put it together on the court, coming up in a few weeks. But I think it absolutely does.
Kind of like real brothers, like fighting it out?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Was that surprising at all, though? You know what I mean? Like, kind of, when you're meeting new people, you're kind of trying to play nice. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, it doesn't surprise me. When a player wants to win, and when a player is willing to get chippy like that, I think it speaks on their character and how they're willing to do whatever it takes. So it absolutely doesn't surprise me. I love it. I love that type of basketball. I love it from them, and I'm really excited for it.
Seth, you're known for your tenacity and defense on the court. What do you practice in order to perform efficiently on the court?
Just continue to be a basketball player. I'm known to be a good defender. I know I'm known to, have some hustle, but that's not just who I am. I think I showed that last year in a lot of different spurts, and I think I'll continue to show that even more this year. But just continue to be a basketball player, working on what I know I need to work on, and working on what every guard should having their packaging more. So.
I got a Chatham County question for you. You had Drake Powell from Northwood last year.
Okay.
This year you got Jaron Stevenson.
Yes, sir.
What can you tell us about both those guys?
Well, Drake Powell he's one of those unicorn guys. I mean, just length, athleticism, and all that. He's able to do so many different things, and it makes him just, like a one-on-one type of guy. Jaron Stevenson, he's an elite floor spacer. He's an elite defender. He's able to go get it on his own off the dribble. And something that's really shocked me about him is his post game. He's played a lot out of the post this past off season and preseason, and I mean, it's been really impressive. It's been really, really impressive to see, actually.
Were you involved at all in bringing Jaren back to the area?
No, that was a Jaren decision. That was a Jaren decision. They were recruiting him really hard, but I think Jaren knew what he wanted. When he got into the portal, I think he knew what he was leaning towards, and that was his decision.
They said they want him shooting less jumpers. Jaren, I mean, like using the size more than. There's some people think he shot too much.
Yeah, that's like we said. We don't listen to other people. He may have shot a lot, but Jaren is an incredible shooter. So if he shoots a lot this year, I'm all for it. But that's a talk between AC and Jaren. I haven't heard anything like that though.
Hey Seth, all jokes aside, what does it mean to you to be able to reinvest back in the Chapel Hill community?
Oh, it means everything. It means everything. I mean, this community has given so much to me in the last 4 years. They blessed me with new opportunities. They blessed me with friends, with people that I call family now, and they've blessed me with experience and connections that I just don't know if I can get anywhere else. So just to be able to give back and just to be able to put back in my community what I know I can do and contribute to something means everything to me.
Mr. Trimble, Coach Ellis, Private Scout, also with the Sports Shop recently came in. What is the difference between preseason lifting and conditioning, during season lifting and conditioning?
Oh, I mean, we go hard in the preseason. We go hard in the preseason. You're sore, you're hurt, you don't want to get up for them lifts. I mean, we go at it. I mean, shout out to Jonas. I got Jonas. He does a great job of pushing us during the preseason. Then during the season, obviously you can't go as hard, of course, because of the limitations your body would reach. But I mean, we're still at it. We're doing a lot of stretching and a lot of things that really translate to feeling better on the court during the season.
Yeah, man, love your attitude.
Appreciate that.
Great job.
Thank you, sir.
Said you guys only play NC State once this year, first time since like early 1900s.
Crazy.
What are your feelings on just getting one game with those guys?
I hate it. I hate it that we can only get one game. I think those are some of the most fun games of the year at theirs and at ours, but I guess the game will be even more now. As simple as that. We can't dwell on not being able to play 2 games. We just got to go get this one.
Obviously, y'all are still waiting on Luka to be cleared. How do y'all feel about that process? Get nervous? Confident? Still a month to go.
I know nothing about this process, so this is one of my first times today. I heard it early in the other room, hearing about it. But I mean, I trust everybody in our basketball program to do what they need to do to get him on the court. So put it in God's hands. That's all I can do. That's all I can do.
Seth, if you look across the high major leagues, about 2/3 of starters this year are going to be new to their teams, not just like new, becoming starters. You've seen rosters change the way they're built over time. Like, what do you sort of make of the turnover now and just the churn and like the newness? Like, has it changed your experience? Do you think it's good for the game? How do you sort of evaluate
it changed my experience. My sophomore year, I was like, what is this? What are we doing? What's going on? But it's just part of it now. I'm more than used to it now, and I embrace it. I get to build a new bond, a new sense of brotherhood with a new group of guys, and a bunch of guys who are super cool, and a bunch of guys who Coach Davis is really trusting to believe to put around me, and just trust to put on the North Carolina uniform. So I'm all in on it. You got to adapt. You got to adapt to new environments. You got to adapt to new situations, and it's just one of those for me. So I think I'm all used to it now.
It seems like every year you've unlocked something about your game. What about your game or maybe approach are you trying to unlock this year?
Just being more on the ball. I think I'll get a bigger chance for that this year. We were so guard heavy last year. A lot of games, a lot of guys, may just have not had the opportunity with it last year. But this year, the way we're looking, the way Coach is instilling his trust into me, just to be able to show y'all consistently what I can do, on the ball. So.
Going back to roster changing, at this time last year, you sat at this event and told us the team was quiet. Is the team quiet this time around with a new roster? Or is there more personality and energy? And
I think there's a lot more personality. I really don't think there's anything quiet about this team. I think guys are characteristic. Guys let out all their emotions on the court, and then, off the court, nothing's quiet at all. It's very loud, so, I'm excited for that sense.
Do you like that level of emotion on the court with people around you?
I do. I'm a super emotional guy myself. When guys aren't there mentally, when they're not showing that emotion, when they're, just asleep or in their feelings or anything like that, it really sets me off. So to have guys who are kind of like on the same page with me, it makes it easier, and I love it. I love it.
Seth, can you talk a little bit about what you've seen from Kyan, both on and off the court? What's he like off the court? What does his game bring?
Off the court, Kyan's a super cool guy. He's relaxed a little bit, but he's hilarious. He makes everybody around him laugh. I love being around Kyan. But on the court, Kyan is one of my favorite people to play with. If I had to create a ranking of who I'd love to play with most on the team, Kyan would be, number 1 and number 2. He's just that impactful. He's a floor general. He gets everybody involved. He sees everybody, and he just, he understands us already at such a young stage in our season. So I'm super excited for what he'll continue to bring to this table.
And then for your game personally, do you expect you were talking about a little bit of an on-ball role. Do you expect to maybe assume more of a scoring role this season, kind of with the departure of RJ and all that in the backcourt?
I think that will happen naturally, just as the development continues for myself in the last 4 years, continuing on this year. I think that'll happen naturally. That's not something I'm intentionally trying to do. What I'm trying to do is go out there and be the best player I can be for this North Carolina team, and if that comes with it, then it comes with it. But
Seth, who's taking the final shot in this group?
Who's taking the final shot? Whoever's hot. Whoever's hot. So I wouldn't mind taking it. I wouldn't mind Kyan, Luka, Caleb, Henry, Jaren, JP, the whole team. The whole team, I think. As of right now, I'd be confident with guys taking the last shot, but it's going to vary. We'll give you that answer.
Obviously,
it's going to vary.
Caleb, very confident guy. When did you kind of notice that when you got on campus, and how does that kind of translate?
Yeah, the second he got on campus, honestly, his first open gym, he was super aggressive and just kind of asserting himself and, saying I'm here almost. So, since then, I can tell just the kind of kid he was. And then off the court, just seeing that even more with his personality, with how nice he is with everybody, how he's not shy to talk to people. You just see it. It just comes out naturally in him. So I saw it very early.
Speaking of freshmen, you talk about the guards. I know, you're the veteran guard. You got some young guards with Isaiah. And you talk about Kai. He's not young, but he's upper level. So that's something that you kind of got to get used to with the physicality and things. And you've been through it. You talk about kind of the ups and downs. So talk about some of those guys and some of the leadership qualities that you've instilled in them and how they've been doing.
Yeah, Kyan, I haven't had to say too much of Kyan, but it's been great just to be able to gel. That's my road dog. That's my backcourt dude. There's a joke. Caleb and Henry on the team one day, and me and Kyan went on the other team, and Caleb was, talking about how he likes the Twin Towers, me and Kyan, we went to work that practice and won the day, and, I call ourselves, just like the cornerstone, the foundation, we're those 30-foot buildings that, that get going, that got a lot of stuff going on, and, you know what I mean, but I have loved playing with him so far. Derek and Isaiah seem like my little brothers, just trying to take them in and teach them all I can teach. Isaiah's been super, super eager just to learn. He's always asking me questions. And then Derek, I work out with him, honestly, almost every day. And we get a lot of work. I'm telling him stuff then. Marcus is teaching us stuff. So everybody's super invested and want to learn and get better.
Hey, Seth, yesterday, Jen Lewis, 3 Chicks and a Pod News Stitch Media. So yesterday was National Coaches Day. What did you guys do for your coaches? All right. It's still on the back. Y'all still playing in it, right?
Coach, happy belated Coaches Day. Happy belated. Love you, man. Happy belated Coaches Day. Sorry. So I didn't. It's in the mail. It's in the mail.
Also,
man.
I keep getting you today.
You got me today. Now I feel bad. Now I feel bad.
My other question is, we've seen you grow, and your confidence, everything about you has grown. What's the biggest change you've seen in yourself, and how has that affected your leadership style on and off the court? Yeah,
the biggest change has been, college, coming from high school to college, high school didn't have to worry about none of that, but college is such a big landscape. We have you guys, we have fans who are betting their lives away. We have, all this environment around you that makes it hostile and intense and, maybe intimidating for some people. So just learning how to deal with that has been my biggest growth and has been my biggest development. I've been able just to learn how to block out the noise and not worry about nothing but me and just remain the most confident version of Seth that I could possibly be, and it's gone such a long way. So just continuing just to establish that has been huge. Like this summer, whenever I'm on the court, I haven't thought about a single thing other than just flowing out there, and it's made the biggest difference in the world. So it's been all in the mind.
Awesome, thank you.
What's the biggest difference or way the half-court offense is going to flow this season with big guys up front, big guys everywhere, and better spacing?
Yeah, I think better spacing is the biggest difference. Getting everybody involved. Nobody's just a corner sitter. Nobody's just a sit on the block type of guy. Everybody's moving all around the court, and our offense is free-flowing and involving everybody, and I think that'll go a long way.
What has Hubert communicated to you about what he expects from you as kind of the veteran?
Yeah, we haven't had too many verbal conversations, but we've been on the same page without a doubt. He knows what I want to do for this team, and I know what he wants me to do for this team. And it's just been to be a lead guard, to lead, to be the voice for this team, but to play my game, to get downhill, to try and take away the team's best player, and just to flow on the offensive end. He's not holding me to any limitations this year. He just wants me to grow and excel into, the Seth he knows I can be. So.
Seth, what are you seeing from Derek Dixon so far? Anything that surprised you when he got on campus?
How poised he is. Derek plays the same way every day. I never really see Derek get, rushed. There may be a few times where you have a really good defender like me and I'm able to I didn't even mean to say that like that. Sorry. Sorry.
Too late.
But there may be times where you have a physical defender and, he's a freshman, so you're able to speed him up or something like that. But Derek has been so poised the whole summer. He's been incredible. He's been getting to his spots. He hasn't shied away from anything. He's not afraid to take the big shot or anything like that. I said to somebody earlier, Derek in this year, but in the next couple of years, he's going to be an incredible basketball player. I mean, I see a lot in him. I really do see a lot in Derek, so I'm excited for him.
Do you realistically see him getting minutes at point guard, like significant minutes in relief?
The way he's been playing this year, absolutely. I don't think he's leaving it up to anybody to make that decision. The way he's been playing, so I definitely do.
You said you say that you guys are the light skin squad.
I
don't know if I'm allowed to say that or not.
Nah, ain't no wrong saying that.
Okay.
Me, him, Kyan, us small backcourt guys, we the light skin squad, man. So we just holding it down.
I was just talking with Henry a little bit. He said that he's been kind of pulling you aside after practice throughout, as soon as he got here to work a little bit extra shooting. Tell me just a little bit about those sessions, how those have gone, and what it means for somebody to come in and he's already wanting to do the extra work.
Yeah, it's really just been like extra reps after practice. I've done that for as long as I've been here, but obviously he didn't know that. So for him just to pull me inside and be able to say like, this is what I want to do with you. I want to get this in for this reason. I mean, that's huge. That's huge. So we shoot every day after practice now. He wants me to shoot every opportunity I get, and it's the same thing for him. So we're super supportive of each other. That's my guy. Love H, and just excited to play with him.
Have you had a transfer like that come in and so early be pulling you for extra work like that?
Not for extra work, but I say Pete Nance was a guy who, would pull guys aside and, just give advice, be there for people. But on the court, I guess I'd say that's the first.
Seth, what's it like not having Mondo, RJ? There's been this Caleb dating back. There's been like this legacy of guys, and now it's kind of just you, or you're like the last piece of that thread. It's like kind of like a totally fresh group.
Yeah, I mean, like really looking at it, maybe sitting in my room really thinking about it. It's crazy just to think that they're finally not here. After all the success they had in the last few years, how long they've been here, and the impact they made at this university. But when we're on the court, when we're in the gym, we're just so locked in on each other. We're so locked in on ourselves that, I mean, nobody thinks nothing of it. But I miss those guys every single day. They're like my big brothers, and shoot, if I could bring both of them back, I would.
It seems like you've embraced the leadership really comfortable, obviously, in front of the camera. What's changed for you in that regard in the last few years as you kind of evolved?
Just growing. Getting better and better with everything off the court, but everything on the court specifically, and just growing into the young man that I'm set out to be. I thank my coaches for that. I think the guys like Armando and RJ just to share the past knowledge with me, and thank my family. But I've just been able to grow and just become a more confident young man.
How do you lead on the court and off the court? What do you do? Because RJ was kind of a quiet guy, I think, in the general consensus. So they kind of maybe lacked that role.
Yeah,
How do you...
I'm not too quiet on the court. I feel like I've always been a guy that really pushed other teammates. I may yell at them. I may really get on them. Or I'm coming at them with, a softer approach, pulling them to the side. But everything that I do is truly for the betterment of my teammates. Practice is hard. Games are hard. Winning is hard. Being at the University of North Carolina is hard. And, the guys show that sometimes. But, just me continuing to get on them and yelling away, pulling them aside type of way is who I really try to be all summer, on the court especially.
Do y'all feel any pressure? Do you feel pressure? Do y'all feel pressure with how last season ended and kind of delivering this season to have a better product?
Yeah. I mean, we want to have the best season we can have this year for us. Last year is out the window. I know that we need to perform. I know that we need to go be a great team, but nobody's really thinking of that, and I'm glad nobody is, because you have that in the back of your head. That's all you're thinking about. I don't think you can really go on the court and really be yourself. But, guys want to win, and guys are desperate here to win, and guys are hungry to win, and guys want to put North Carolina back on top of the pedestal. So.
Along those lines, real quick, Seth, off what Ross was talking about. Since you've been around and been here so long, do you feel any sort of, I don't know if responsibility is the right word, but to have a good season for Shooter with some of the pressure that he's under from different places?
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's what Coach Davis deserves. He's the one who gets all of the slaughter. He gets his name thrashed, and he goes through it every season, through a good season or a bad season. Right. So you hear what people have to say about him, and that's my guy. The same guys on the court will say it, the same guys on my team that, we're his guys and he's our guy. So we want to put him back up top. We want to win for him, and we want to, show, the coach that he really is.
Squash it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Caleb, you guys got to have the schedule coming up, obviously. Kansas, Michigan State, and Georgetown, a couple others. Is there one particular one that you kind of looking forward to? I know Michigan State, you guys played them last year.
Yeah.
I remember from that game. Kansas, you guys played them in the national championship game.
No, I really want to get my get back games. All the games, all the teams that we lost to, we have a chance to play a lot of them again. And I really want to get. But just truthfully, taking one game at a time is so important for me. Like right now, the only thing I'm thinking about is this BYU game, because it's the first one on the book. Whether it doesn't count or it does count, it's the first one on the book. I know if we can take one game at a time and take that approach, then we can really do something this year.
So when you walk on the court practice, do you notice the height difference from last year?
For sure. It's a huge difference. It's a huge difference, and I really notice it because I haven't played before one time yet. So that's been one of the things I've really realized. Like, hey, I don't have to do this, but it's honestly a huge difference when you go on the court and you see the height you're dealing with. You can't go up the same you did last time in practice.
Seth, Justin Grice, Greenville Sports Media. North Carolina has a long history of obviously tons of great players, tons of great traditions. What do you want your legacy to be at North Carolina after you leave?
Just to be a guy who was able to give his all and just leave a huge impact on his university. I just want to be known as a winner, and if I do that by scoring a bunch this year, if I do that by getting defensive stops, if I do that by just being a good leader, then so be it. But I just want to be known as a guy who can leave the greatest impact he could possibly leave at this university.
And then what do you see as the ceiling for this unit, or for this North Carolina team this year?
I'd be wrong if I thought anything else but a national championship. The pieces that they brought, the way guys have been competing, I see it, and I know it can be there. We just have to take care of it this year.
And then last but not least, like, where have you seen the biggest growth in your leadership as you enter this last season for yourself?
Not being afraid to speak up, whether it's to him or Coach Davis or the players or the assistant coaches speaking up when, I know the time is right because I know that's what the team needs.
So thinking back to last year, you guys obviously got to play. Man, this is the preseason. This year, you get a similar opportunity to do that with BYU. From your experience doing that, how helpful are those types of games just to kind of see, especially with a lot of new guys, just to kind of see what you have and how everything's going?
I mean, they're super helpful. They don't speak on who a player is. If a player has a bad game, they don't speak on anything like that. But what they do is it gives us a starting point, to really see where we're at. Because both teams are trying their hardest to win that game. You know what I mean? So it's a great warm-up, it's a great starting point, and it allows us to evaluate from there.
So there's nothing else that you believe that, you'll be able to walk away from or entering the season saying, if there's nothing else to say about North Carolina, we will be this year. I can at least guarantee that we will be this type of team. We will see this walk away.
We're going to be a team who's going to go out there and fight, for sure. That's what we will be.
Seth, I asked Coach Davis about Derek Dixon. Something that jumps out to him is his confidence for a true freshman. It's pretty unique. What to you has been most impressive about him and seeing him?
Yeah, he plays his game. Even as a freshman with a bunch of upperclassmen, he's super poised. He's not afraid to go take a shot. He's not afraid to shoot a step behind a screen three in transition. He's been ultra aggressive, and he's been just a phenomenal player so far. So I'm super proud of him. That's my guy.
So where's the pressure meter for you guys this year? Where's the pressure meter for you guys this year? I mean,
where's the pressure?
Pressure is always a part of North Carolina basketball, but
it always is. Yeah. It always is. I couldn't even tell you. I'm not paying attention to it. I think pressure comes from outside noise and what they put on you. So I couldn't tell you if it's there or not, but I know we have very high expectations of ourselves this year, and I know we got a lot of promises that we got to fulfill, for ourselves, and it's as simple as that.
Internal drive is
sir.
Is your pressure for you guys?
Yeah, for sure, but it's a lot easier to deal with, an internal pressure than it is external, so we haven't even paid too much focus to it.
Seth, how important is your finger? He's done. He's got to go. Sorry. The photo real quick. We got our next spot we got to go to.
It's not my phone. Sorry.
It's all right.
Appreciate y'all. Huh?
Should we trade?
Nah.
You don't know what it was.
No worries.
Hey, good luck, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
It's boring in here. It's quiet.
I bet it's not.
Well, they're a little
older.
I see what you're working with.
Huh? Yeah, man. Wiped up.